Oh no.
Hello everyone, it's Mary and this is my mom, Darlene.
Hello.
And I want to welcome you to my channel. So as promised, here she is, my little diamond painting queen. And we've got a couple of finished projects to show you. But first case, tell them what kind of crafting you've done.
Oh
What's your
my
favorite?
goodness. Well, when I was in middle school, my grandmother taught me how to crochet. So for years I crocheted. Then I started sewing because I learned that in school also. And I made most of the clothes. Most of my clothes, most of the kids' clothes. I didn't make my husband's clothes because I wasn't that good at it.
No, she was good at it.
And I didn't want him to wear the stuff around that I made, so it was okay for me and the girls to do it, but not him, okay?
Yes.
So then I started knitting. I've made everybody Afghans but me.
I know. It's
You
true.
know, I mean, all these years of crocheting. Now it's hard for me to crochet because of old age, arthritis, you know. Arthur, he likes to interfere with stuff.
Yes, indeed.
So I thought, what can I do? And I think, was it you that said, why don't you try diamond painting?
Yes, I did.
She's the culprit.
Yes,
okay?
I'm the culprit. But in my defense as well, my sister, now she is not as crafty. Not that she can't do it, but her wheelhouse is more like DIY. She likes to do things with tools. But she was trying to start diamond painting at one point, right?
Yep.
And then it just got too much for her. She's a very busy woman. So
Very busy. She works 12, 13 hours a day, so she doesn't have much time. At night, you get home, you're tired, forget about it.
right.
So when I told her I wanted to start, she gave me all of her diamond paintings, but they were all the square drills, which I have a hard time doing. I couldn't get them on straight. So I like the round drills. I don't know if anybody else is into diamond painting, but there's different types of drills. So I'm going to show you the first project that I did, and I loved it. I was so excited, so now I've got like 5 of them to do.
Luckily, she didn't give up on it because, you know, in this family, we're go big or go home. You know,
That's
our
right.
first project has to be challenging. But here you go. Isn't that gorgeous? Sorry, the ring light is,
That's the Tree of Life.
and it's really beautiful.
And I thought I'd never finish it because it, you know, the first one, I should have picked out something smaller, but what the hey. Like she says, go big or go home. So that's what I did. I was so excited over it. And I got another one.
That's right. And the plus side to the drills is they come individually bagged.
Yes.
So I help her out because I will put it in, you can get them at Walmart. I think it's what, a pack of 20 or 50 or something in the craft section.
I think they're 50 and 100.
50 and 100, little plastic baggies. And then I just transfer it to those for easier access. You put them in order and they'll tell you the key at the side.
Yeah.
Right, Mom?
Yep. I can show you the butterfly one that I'm working on, and that'll explain how the
key codes are. It's different than cross stitch a little bit. Okay, so the second one, was it the one that you did for me? Yes. So this one, oh gosh. Okay, well, this you can use for cross stitch as well. It's a little tricky, but it does hang up and it's sturdy, but it fell apart right now.
She just tore my painting apart, people.
But it's gorgeous. And
that was so much fun. Oh my gosh, I really enjoyed that one.
so in the cross stitching world, her first one, we would call it full coverage. So this isn't full coverage because it has a printed background.
Right. So all of this was pre-printed.
Yes.
So I didn't have to diamond paint this. I just diamond painted the flowers.
Yes.
The sunflowers.
And I love it. It has a place of honor in my room. It's so pretty. So the third one, unfortunately, we don't have it with us because it was a gift for my sister for her birthday. You already
Yep.
gave it to her, right?
Beauty and the Beast.
Because that's what her and her husband described.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
What can I say?
Hey, whatever it takes. I did like that cartoon back when, so
And it turned out very pretty. It was more colorful than I thought it would be.
Yes, and it's about what, this size right here?
Yes, it is.
Okay, the next one I'm showing you, she just finished it last week, and the Beauty and the Beast is this size as well. And a lot of people don't think it gives you much detail as far as face, but I really think it does. And even with the Beauty and the Beast.
And that's the Last Supper. Now that was a full diamond drill.
Yeah, that's a full coverage.
So, even the dark, where it could have been a pre-painted background, it wasn't.
But it went fast for you,
But
didn't
it did go fast. It was fun. I don't know if maybe because the Tree of Life was the first one and I wasn't sure about it, so it took me longer, and and I got bored because so much of the dark was the same.
Yes, but this gave you a little bit of
A variety.
Yeah.
So that was good.
So far, if you want to go get your other one, or we could wait till next week, and you can, you're practically halfway through, so probably next week, she will be back and show you another finish. And
that one is for my neighbor.
Yes.
For Christmas, she bought me diamond painting, but it was a 2-part. So there's 2 pictures in it. So I thought, I'll do one and give it to her, either for her birthday, which is in August, or I'll give it to her for Christmas.
And she got it at Michael's. It's a butterfly. There's 2 butterflies in one package, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
And it's not a full coverage either. It's kind of like what the sunflowers is, where it has a pre-printed background.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of neat as well because it gives you kind of a 3D, dimensional.
Yes, it does.
So yes. So what are you enjoying about diamond painting?
Well, number one, it doesn't hurt my hands as much.
Yeah, she's got arthritis. That's why she had to kind of slow down.
And then it's just neat to see how it comes out.
And it's sparkly and pretty.
You see a blank. Well, it's not blank. They're all pre-printed as far as the picture is pre-printed. Right. But it's dull, because it's the diamonds that bring out the color and the sparkle.
It's like seeing a stamped kit in cross stitch, where they have either the color of the blocks or they got the color and the symbol of the blocks. It's the same principle. But she is flying by. When did you start? Like only a couple months ago. In general.
Yeah, just a couple of months.
Just a couple months ago, and I'm really happy because I've always known her to craft, and she did try to go into other ones, but again, jewelry, as much as she did an amazing job.
I did do jewelry make. I'm into everything except cross stitch. I cannot do that. I've tried and I can't do it.
That's what she's got me for.
She's cross stitch queen, I tell you.
Oh, you're sweet. So that leads to my finishes. I have a couple. All right, so the first one, oh gosh, my paper. Now, to me, it's finished for now because I've got plans. I want to run it by my son, Brentley. We're super duper proud of him because he is going to be graduating from basic training from the Navy at the end of the month. So I know my friend Hannah, sweet Hannah from the Okie Stitcher, she is actually she's in the Air Force right now. So she gave me some really great suggestions that I'm going to run it by Brentley and see what he thinks about that. But right now, it is from Stoney Creek, book 272, Colors of Freedom. And the picture's on the back. And I'm doing 90. And y'all saw it a couple months ago where I showed you the one I did for my dad. And this is it.
I love that.
It's amazing, Stoney Creek, I'm a glutton for punishment because I love their patterns, but they are a lot of color change. But then you finish it and you go, it was really worth it. So even though there was maybe 10 colors, a lot of blended, I'm really happy the way it turned out.
Yep, it looks very nice. You do good work.
Thank you, Mom. So do you. Okay, so the next thing I am going to show you is my attempt. So I didn't bring it with me. I have a little bit of stash, and I don't always go to the thrift store anymore. And you can't always really find crafting things. I kind of miss the ones I used to go to before because I could find a lot more goodies. But they had a punch needle kit. And it's one of the ones that, it's a full big kit that Michael's has. And I got it for $1.99, and they usually sell for $14.99. So that got me excited. Hey, I've always wanted to try it. Let me see. So I bought the weaver's cloth because that's what you typically do. And I bought the Ultra Punch needle. And it's not perfect.
That is so neat how it's all raised up. It reminds me of the rug latching.
Yeah, the latch hook. We did that too back in
the
like
I said,
70s and 80s.
If there was a craft, we tried it.
I know. What was it, a lion or a tiger?
It was a tiger.
It was gorgeous. It was so big. And I remember as a kid, she finished it. And I did one, but I can't remember what it was. And we had it in the back room. We called it a Florida room. That's what we call it here. It's like a back room, an informal room. And she had it above the sofa.
Yeah.
And it was gorgeous. But you could kind of find latch hooks still. It's a little different in the concept because you take short fibers.
Right.
And you have the hook and
you push it in and you grab the thread and you pull it back out.
Where this, you like I picked a heart, I drew it, and then you use this side to punch it, and then this side is what you display.
And that is so neat.
So it kind of hurt my arm, but I'm going to power through because I got a punch needle as a gift from my son for my birthday, and I bought a sunflower kit from Michael's, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I just will have to take breaks, but it was a lot of fun. You just got to get used to, with cross stitch, it's just a repetitive motion where the punch needle, you're literally, and you have to just raise it up a little. So I'm still getting used to that. So if anybody does punch needle and has some tips or tricks, that would be great because I have to rip out some and kind of try to go over it, but that's how you learn. So I can't be too mad about that. Okay, I got a couple more here. This I did. This is from the 2024 Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue. It's a lot of people have done this one. Nevermore Raven. It's by Maria at, how do you say that? Quaternion Creations. Anyway, there it is. Yes, I rip out my patterns. I only have so much room, so we do what we got to do, right? And again, this is on some hand dyed 18 count Aida, and I picked out a light yellow because they had the white and you couldn't really see it with the fabric, so I thought it just still reminds me of the moon.
Yeah.
So yeah. This was a travel piece when I went to visit my sons. This was off of Pinker, I can't show you the pattern, but it is free. It's off of Melissa at Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. And it's on blog, and she's very generous. It's Grandma's Annie's sewing basket, so it's just that super tiny.
And that cute.
And I also have kitted up. She does these things called salt boxes, Mom, where it's like the one I did for you over there. It's the houses. And there's a tomato, so I'm gonna try to do stitching and stuff. So I gotta get that kitted up as well.
That's cute.
Eventually, I'll make a little pillow of that. And last but not least is what I like trees. Don't ask me why. I'm allergic to them. She's always makes fun of me.
I mean, I'm the outside person of all the group.
She's like, Mary, you're gonna go out. I'm like, No.
Yes, you got to get your vitamin D. Get out there.
No, I don't need the vitamin D. Just everything stirs out there. The grass, the trees. So I do a little bit here and there. But she's a big gardener. I'm not much into that. But this was a pattern that I bought off of Etsy. It's by Mamaida. How do you say it? Mamaida. Sorry, pattern on Etsy. I'll link it down below. It was called Christmas Tree Pine / Buffalo Plaid. And I decided not to put Merry Christmas at the bottom. They had it where you could do that because I wanted this all winter long. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want it just for Christmas. Because I could do other things that are more Christmassy. And
That's cute, though.
And I love trees.
That's cute.
They might not love me, but I love trees.
No. They love you.
It was a lot of fun. This was just on some random 14 count Ada.
Looks
And
good.
just a neutral color. And that's about it. So I'll come back next week, show you my rotation, what I've been working on for this week. I've made some pretty decent progress on things. Some things I was disappointed in because you kit things, that's the problem. You kit things up and then you go and try to find the floss. And sometimes they're out of floss and you don't have it in your stash and then you forget. Am I the only one? You forget and then you go and you do your pattern and then all of a sudden you're at a point where you need the floss. So I had to go back in my stash. And luckily it must have been, I had some from a different project or something because I tried to put it back. And I was able to get the floss I needed, thankfully.
Good.
Yes, because we were talking about that, Joann's. It was so much easier to go to Joann's here in town than it was Michael's, just traffic-wise and distance.
Right, where they're at.
And disappointed. We were talking about, speaking of sewing, Cloth World.
Hancock fabrics.
Back then, it made economical sense as well to sew your own stuff because clothes, were more expensive. It seems like because she needed office attire, and she needed more of a dressier. So of course that cost a lot more money, So she was really good at it, and it was sad when Cloth World went out because the Joann's took over and they kind of got rid of a lot of the clothes making fabric.
Well, it's sad because nowadays you can buy a top cheaper at the store than you can buy material to make yourself a top.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think a lot of the sewing stores or fabric stores went more into the craft end.
And see, we don't have a Hobby Lobby around here.
Right.
She's never even been to a Hobby Lobby.
No.
It's like over an hour away, so it's just not. It's not practical for us. An hour plus away one way, just to go to a craft store.
Right.
But the only other thing I like watching, I don't know about you, Mom, is I like to watch the reels on Facebook.
Oh yes.
And what people are doing now is they're taking like old clothes or like something. I know some people don't like that they do quilts. People that are quilters typically don't like that. But just enough that they repurpose something.
Right.
So instead of getting fabric at a fabric store, they're grabbing an old shirt. Maybe something that is worn a little bit, but they could still make something out of it. And so I like to see things out of the landfill. So I really enjoy watching their creativity. So people are still sewing. It's just not going to a fabric store and, getting stuff.
Well, there was a period of time when I was in high school that when I would make my clothes, I would take a piece of clothing I already had and I'd use it as a pattern. I never tore it apart, but I would lay it and then I would trace it and then I would cut my pattern on, I'd use brown paper or I'd use newspaper or whatever was available. And that's how I made my own patterns.
Yeah.
because you couldn't always find a pattern that you liked as far as a top or shorts. I used to do that a lot with shorts.
That and patterns. I know when I used to buy patterns, it was what you used to, the size you bought at the store did not translate into the pattern, and
Right.
usually you had to go up so much that it was hard to, you know, I can't tell you how many times I would sew something and then it would be too small because the inconsistencies. That was the only positive thing about what you did,
Right.
is you can expand out an inch or two because you have to have a seam allowance. You
Right,
know?
right.
And it was probably more accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I made a dozen shorts doing that. I made when I worked at one place and we had a Christmas party, I made my own Christmas dress.
And she was really good. Don't let her. She's
And it was
modest.
nice. It was nice. That's the best piece I ever did.
You've done
It was
a lot
about
of
the
really
last
good
piece, but it was about the best piece.
Well, you know, it's tough. You know, you get older, you got arthritis, and you have limitations, and you have to slow down. And I know you're missing crochet, so hopefully, but she really likes to do granny squares. So that's the only positive
Yes.
thing is it's easier to pick up if
Until you start putting them together, then it gets heavy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And she wants to do like a queen size.
I do them big. Go big or go home.
That's
okay?
right. That's our theme. Go big or go home. But I want to thank you for stopping by. And spending time with my mom and myself. And we will catch you soon. If you want to like, subscribe, comment, we welcome each and every one
Oh,
of
be
you.
careful how you comment now.
Oh no, everybody's usually really nice. And thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.